Imagine standing at the base of a towering mountain. The peak seems impossibly high, shrouded in clouds. That mountain represents your educational journey, your goals, your dreams. It might look daunting, even insurmountable. But here's the secret: every great achievement, every successful climb starts with a single step. And that step, my friends, is to study hard. Study hard. These two simple words hold the power to transform your life, to open doors you never knew existed, to turn your wildest dreams into tangible realities. Today, we're going to explore why studying hard is not just important, but absolutely crucial for your success, your personal growth, and your ability to make a positive impact on the world. Let's start by understanding what it truly means to study hard. It's not about mindlessly memorizing facts or pulling all-nighters before exams. Studying hard means approaching your education with purpose, dedication, and a genuine desire to learn. It means being curious, asking questions, seeking to understand rather than just remember. It's about developing a love for learning that will serve you well beyond your formal education. Think back to a moment when you really understood something for the first time. Maybe it was solving a complex math problem, grasping a difficult scientific concept, or finally understanding the deeper meaning of a piece of literature. Remember that feeling of accomplishment, that rush of excitement? That's the reward of studying hard. It's not just about grades or degrees, it's about expanding your mind, seeing the world in new ways, and unlocking your own potential. Now you might be thinking, but studying is hard, it's boring sometimes. Why should I put in all this effort? Here's why: education is the most powerful tool you have to shape your future. In today's rapidly changing world, knowledge is currency. The skills you develop through studying, critical thinking, problem solving, effective communication, these are the skills that will set you apart in any field you choose to pursue. Consider the story of Malala Yousafzai. Growing up in Pakistan, she faced immense obstacles to her education, including violent opposition from extremists. But Malala understood the power of education. She studied hard, spoke out for her right to learn, and ultimately became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate in history. Her story shows us that education is not just a privilege, it's a powerful force for change, both in our own lives and in the world around us. Let's talk about the science behind effective studying. Research has shown that our brains are incredibly adaptable. When we study, we're not just memorizing information, we're actually building new neural connections, strengthening our cognitive abilities. It's like exercise for your brain. The more you study, the stronger and more flexible your mind becomes. You're not just learning facts, you're learning how to learn, a skill that will serve you well throughout your entire life. I think about the most successful people in any field: scientists, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. What do they all have in common? A commitment to lifelong learning. They never stop studying, never stop seeking new knowledge and skills. By developing good study habits now, you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of growth and achievement. Now, you might be wondering, how do I start studying harder? What if I'm not naturally good at it? The good news is that effective studying is a skill that can be learned and improved. Start by setting clear goals for yourself. What do you want to achieve? Why is it important to you? Having a clear purpose can help motivate you when studying gets challenging. Another key to effective studying is finding the right methods for you. Everyone learns differently. Some people are visual learners, others are auditory learners, and some learn best through hands-on experience. Experiment with different study techniques, flashcards, mind maps, teaching the material to others until you find what works best for you. Remember, the goal is not just to pass tests, but to truly understand and retain the information. Let's talk about the importance of consistency in studying. It's far more effective to study a little bit every day than to cram for hours right before an exam. Regular focused study sessions help reinforce your learning and move information from your short-term to your long-term memory. It's like watering a plant regularly rather than drowning it once a week. Consistent effort leads to steady growth. Consider creating a study schedule for yourself. Set aside specific times each day for studying and treat these times as important appointments with yourself. This doesn't mean you have to spend all your time studying. In fact, taking regular breaks is crucial for maintaining focus and avoiding burnout. The key is to find a balance that works for you. Now let's address one of the biggest challenges to studying hard: distractions. In our hyper-connected world, it's easier than ever to get sidetracked. Social media, text messages, the endless entertainment options at our fingertips, these can all pull us away from our studies. But here's the truth: the ability to focus, to resist distractions, is a superpower in today's world. When you study hard, you're not just learning subject matter, you're developing your ability to concentrate, to dive deep into complex ideas. This skill will set you apart in whatever field you choose to pursue. Think about a time when you were completely absorbed in learning something new. Maybe you were so engrossed in a book that hours flew by without you noticing. Or perhaps you were working on a project and lost track of time because you were so focused. That state of deep concentration, often called flow, is where real learning and growth happen. By studying hard and regularly, you're training yourself to enter this state more easily and frequently. Let's talk about the role of curiosity in studying hard. When you approach your studies with genuine curiosity, with a desire to understand rather than just memorize, learning becomes exciting rather than tedious. Ask questions. Wonder why things work the way they do. Look for connections between different subjects. This curiosity-driven approach not only makes studying more enjoyable, but it also leads to deeper understanding and better retention of information. Consider keeping a curiosity journal, where you write down questions that come up during your studies. Use these questions as starting points for further exploration. You might be surprised at how one curious thought can lead you down fascinating paths of discovery. Now let's address the impact of your study habits on your future opportunities. The knowledge and skills you gain through studying hard open doors you might not even know exist yet. They prepare you for challenges you can't yet imagine. In our rapidly changing world, the ability to learn quickly and adapt to new situations is invaluable. By studying hard now, you're equipping yourself with the tools to thrive in an uncertain future. Think about the career you dream of having. Whether you want to be a doctor, an engineer, an artist, or an entrepreneur, the foundation for that future is being built right now through your studies. Every math problem you solve, every essay you write, every experiment you conduct is a step towards that dream. Your future self will thank you for the effort you're putting in now. Let's talk about the connection between studying hard and personal growth. When you challenge yourself academically, when you push through difficult concepts and complex problems, you're not just gaining knowledge, you're building character. You're developing perseverance, discipline, and resilience. These qualities will serve you well in all areas of your life, far beyond the classroom. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became one of the world's most successful authors, she faced numerous setbacks and rejections. But her love of learning, her dedication to her craft, and the skills she developed through her studies helped her persevere. She once said, "I was set free because my greatest fear had been realized, and I still had a daughter who I adored, and I had an old typewriter and a big idea. And so rock bottom became a solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Your studies are building that foundation for you. Now, let's address the fear of failure that sometimes holds us back from studying hard. It's natural to worry about not doing well, about not understanding something, about falling short of expectations. But here's the truth: failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Every mistake, every wrong answer, every concept you struggle with is an opportunity to learn and grow. When you study hard, you're not aiming for perfection, you're aiming for progress. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall down countless times, but they don't give up. They don't decide walking is too hard and crawling is good enough. They keep trying, keep learning, until one day they're running around with confidence. That's the attitude to bring to your studies. Each challenge is an opportunity to get stronger, smarter, more capable. Let's talk about the importance of self-care in studying hard. Effective studying isn't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm that allows you to learn and grow over the long term. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and taking time for physical activity. A healthy body supports a healthy mind. Remember, studying hard is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself and take care of yourself along the way. Consider incorporating mindfulness practices into your study routine. Taking a few minutes to meditate or practice deep breathing before a study session can help clear your mind and improve your focus. These practices can also help manage stress and anxiety around your studies. Now, let's address the impact of your study habits on those around you. When you study hard, when you commit to your education, you're not just improving your own life, you're setting an example for others. You're showing your siblings, your friends, your community what's possible through dedication and hard work. Your commitment to learning can inspire others to pursue their own education, to believe in their own potential. I think about a time when someone else's dedication inspired you. Maybe it was a classmate who always went the extra mile. or a historical figure who overcame great obstacles to pursue their education. You have the power to be that inspiration for someone else. Let's talk about the global impact of education. In our interconnected world, the knowledge and skills you gain through studying hard don't just benefit you, they have the potential to benefit the entire world. The problems we face as a global community, climate change, poverty, disease, these require educated, innovative thinkers to solve. By studying hard, you're preparing yourself to be part of the solution to make a positive impact on the world. Consider choosing a global issue that interests you and incorporating it into your studies. How can the subjects you're learning be applied to addressing this issue? This can give your studies a sense of greater purpose and motivation. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a challenge. I want you to identify one area of your studies where you've been holding back, where you know you could push yourself harder. Maybe it's a subject you find difficult or a project you've been procrastinating on. I want you to commit to tackling this challenge head on. Remember, studying hard isn't about being perfect. It's about making progress, about pushing your boundaries and expanding your capabilities.